And here I thought, and I was hoping, you've been across the state, you've been hard to track down and get you on this podcast. You're working in economic development. I thought you were with Elon Musk, headed to the ISS this whole time. Well, okay, there's a lot of great stuff there. I want to unpack some of it. I think one of the things that's worth mentioning and highlighting, we were chatting beforehand. I'm originally from California. So to any longtime listeners that are just now learning that, please don't unsubscribe from this show. But, we're seeing in California, the California Coastal Commission recently, they decided to not move forward with Elon Musk's plan to increase the amount of launches from the state on grounds of what appears to be political discrimination. And I bring that up because you're seeing different states take different approaches. California, they're losing a lot of their industry, not just in space. And we're talking semiconductors, we're talking high tech, everything. And it's sad to see that's the way they're headed. With space, we started this conversation. Texas has been at the epicenter. Texas and Florida, two really the leading states here. I guess just to ask you point blank, why is it so important that Texas maintain its dominance here? If we're seeing other states maybe not move as fast, this commission is created not because Texas has been crippled and failing in space. We've been leading, but to propel it even further forward. Why is that so important for our listeners to understand, what this means for the next 10, 20, 50 years?
Sure. So not being specific about other states in the country, decisions being made, policies and regulations being enforced that might be a decision point for private businesses as they determine what their operations look like is certainly a reality. And thankfully, many of those brands are familiar with exactly how business-friendly Texas wants to position itself, regardless of the sector, but certainly when it comes to space. And they've been literally, if you will, kind of voting with their feet. They've been deciding to set up shop somewhere in Texas. And therefore, it's important for the leaders of our state, and thankfully with the support of the legislature, to ensure that opportunities are present because of the decisions that businesses are making. Often I go to different places and you've got the one person in the room who inevitably asks, but why 150 million to space instead of to healthcare, or instead of to roads, or instead of to education, et cetera? And it's a relative answer, but the truth is, because businesses have decided to plant their flag somewhere in Texas, it would make no sense if the state leaders and the legislature weren't listening, right? And so as part of that listening exercise, what has been decided thus far at the governmental level here in Texas is, let's pay attention. Let's put a board together. Let's help them be the eyes and ears for the state. And let's also provide some funds that attract the businesses who are already operating here and those who are yet to decide to be present here.